I'm so thrilled to be Rebecca's evaluator because she's a new member whose whole world, Toastmaster world, was online, remotely with a US club. It's sort of like she was manufactured out of an online factory, bloop, delivered here to TGIF, a professional, competent, well-spoken Toastmaster. Wow, it was amazing. So, in her professionalism, she already sent me a message about what she expects from my evaluation. Whoa. I would like to know what you think about my audience engagement, the clarity of message and structure, and how clearly and memorably key takeaway was expressed. So I'd like to start with audience engagement. In your opening, you said, I'd like to share a little bit of who I am and how I place myself in God's hands. That was very good. But for an icebreaker speech, that's something that's very expected. If you want real engagement, start off right into your story. On 9/11, 2 commercial airlines full of passengers were purposely flown into and crashed into the World Trade Center towers in New York. A couple days later, as a young woman, I had a one-way ticket to the United States. It was terrifying, thinking of the turmoil. This is like engagement. Suck them in, and then you tell later about how you put yourself into God's hands. So, I like the dialogue with your parents. Do you really need to go? But just bring it to life. The uncertainty, the terrible disaster in the United States, and engage with us like that. Number 2, I liked how you built the story where you had a very illustrious career, but you made a shift because now you're talking about what is your clear takeaway point and what is the most core thing to your speech. And it was an event that changed your life, the accident that your husband went through, and then the amazing invitation from one of his friends that had a necklace, and you showed the necklace hanging on your neck. That was very touching. And basically, from there, you went to a meeting to where you heard people sharing testimonies about how God changed them in their life and all these different things that were so new to you. And when the call was made, you put yourself into God's hands. And so did your husband. And this is where, at the very end, you said, if my story has any meaning, maybe it's this. That took away from it. It is definitely this. When I put myself in God's hands, I quit having to worry about having control over everything. That's how you give the main takeaway.